you guys might have seen before. We've covered these and tested them against other fans. These are the Value Line fans. The Value Line fan is what we consider to be a mid-level fan with its quality, and it definitely has a great output. It's made in China. It has a CFM rating that's consistent with most of the other fan brands. Does it have anything unique? No. It actually is just in line with the Nico fan. As you can see here, we have a very unique line of fans. These are the CanMax fans, not the regular Can fans. These are the CanMax fans. Still done by Can Fan, but they're different. How are they different? They have a high quality German motor that are inside of these fans. And what that motor equates to is functionality. You are getting an amazing amount of CFM with all of these different fans and their sizes. This is one of the brands that has a unique CFM rating for the size of fan. Down to the 10, at the 8, we can drop off that statement. The 8-inch fan actually has a very poor CFM output for the size. So let's just admit that this isn't the greatest option for the Max fan, but what you might need this fan for is this. Look at this box. This is an 8-inch fan. You might have a space where you need an 8-inch fan, but you have a very minimal area that you could fit it within. You might be a micro gardener. So you can see this is an average 8-inch fan. This is an average 8-inch Max fan. You can see the Max fan is significantly smaller. Great option for an individual that needs an 8-inch fan but has a very small area in order to fit it. They say it's efficient, and the truth is it actually is highly electrically efficient. The 10-inch Max fan is deemed by Monster Gardens as being the best 10-inch fan if you have lengths of ducting. If you have any twist turns, maybe you're running the ventilation through your array of reflectors, we see this fan as being the best possible solution when you have either a lot of 90-degree angles, twist turns, or you have a lot of ducting that you're trying to ventilate through. Actually, the 10-inch and the 12-inch Max fan are really unique to that sense because there's a very low drop in pressure when you add lengths of ducting. So both the 10 and 12-inch Max fan, specifically those sizes of the Max fan, Monster Garden sees as being the best power fan on the market for twist turns and people that are running an extreme long lengths of ducting that are trying to get the ventilation done with less of a drop of pressure. So these are the most powerful fans that Monster Garden sells, both the 10 and the 12-inch. Really, they're some of the most powerful fans on the market for their size. But let's just explain this too. These fans don't do very well on speed controllers. You talk to one guy, he might say one thing and another, but the truth is they aren't designed for standard speed controllers. So these fans, even though they will work somewhat with a speed controller, we really deem them as not being greatly compatible. And to release our liability, we would say they weren't compatible. And we really recommend them to be on a ventilation system that doesn't need speed controlling. Now here we have a 14-inch Max fan. Now the 14-inch Max fan is a little different from these guys. It still has a high quality motor and a great amount of output. Basically, it doesn't have the ability to handle the resistance that's created by a lot of ducting and a lot of twists and turns. So here at Monster Gardens, we deem the 14, 16, and 18-inch Max fan of being great fans to be fan filter right out of the room, but not great fans to add a lot of ducting to. So if you have a situation where you don't need a lot of ducting, you don't need big lengths or have 90-degree angles, this 14-inch Max fan is actually one of the most quiet fans at this CFM rating that you can get on the market. They call this the quiet line. But know that the 10 and the 12-inch, because of their intensity as blowers, actually are going to be some of the loudest fans on the market. So the 10 and the 12-inch Max fan are going to be some of the loudest. The 14-inch is one of the quietest. It's kind of odd, but it's important for you gardeners at home to know this information. Now here we have another brand of fan that we carry, and this is for a specific situation as well. It's called the Sunleaves Wind Tunnel. There's a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and a 10-inch that's behind this guy. So the big difference with these fans is they aren't metal housing fans. They are actually plastic housed fans. They also have a slightly wider chamber, so there's less narrowing through the air chamber as the air is moving through. When air is moving through an air chamber and it's being narrowed, what it causes is reverberation because the air isn't easily streamed through the fan. So what they went ahead and did with these wind tunnels, they made them slightly wider, and they also added the plastic housing, which aids in less reverberation due to the air moving through. So these fans are actually some of the more quiet fans you would get on the market for a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and a 10-inch, but they are kind of pricey. They actually have a lower CFM rate than most of the other fans that we carry. If you have a situation where you're in a condo, you're in an apartment, you need a really quiet fan, this might be a great option for you. Now we have the Rebel fans, and the Rebel fans are really cool. This is actually a product that is a Monster Gardens product. and it's very inexpensive. You actually see it rival the price of our value fan, which are the value lines. But it's not the same level of quality. We actually went and chose a factory that had a quality level of production that was a little bit above the value line. We went direct for the customer to be able to get a better fan at a better price. So here we have the Vortex, and obviously if you're a grower, you've heard Vortex before. Vortex are great fans. Japanese motors assembled in Canada. They are actually what we would see as our mid to high level fan as well. The Vortex fans come with a 10-year warranty, and the question might be, how much better is a Vortex fan versus a Rebel fan or a Value Line fan? Or a Max fan, since we've discussed that. Well, you know, the Vortex fan is slightly quieter than say an Eco fan or a Value Line fan. It has a great amount of velocity. Velocity is what people would consider wind torque. It's the power of the air movement, not the speed of the motor, but the power, its torque, its capability of pushing or moving that air. So the velocity of the Vortex is actually great because of that Japanese motor. The Eco fan is also a favorite in the industry. The Eco fan is supplied to us by Sunlight Supply, a big distributor in the industry. This is their inline fan. We only carry the Eco Supreme because they have more airflow than the standard Eco fans. And what you're getting with this fan really is a very similar fan to the Rebel fan, but you're paying a lot more for the fan itself. So the Eco fans have a very comparable rating to most of the mid-level fans on the market. But again, let's admit this, there is some redundancy that we just went over. There isn't a unique feature to the Eco fan, to the Vortex fan, to the Rebel fan, or to the Value Line fan, other than the Rebel has all the assembly done out of the box. Really, you know, between a Value Line fan, a Rebel fan, a Vortex fan, and an Eco fan, I would independently purchase probably the Rebel fan and up, knowing the quality of production. If I wanted a quieter fan, I might go with the wind tunnel. There actually are some other fans that we carry. We carry a Fantech FKD in the 12-inch size, and that's actually one of the great fans for those gardeners that have a little bit more money to spend, want a high quality 12-inch fan with dimming capability that has a great electrical efficiency and is very quiet with operation. So if you're a 12-inch guy that needs more CFM than a standard 12-inch fan like the Vortex, the Eco, or the Rebel, the FKD is definitely a fan to check out on our website. We see it as the fan if you have 6 to 8 lights and you're doing a full air exhaust of the room. We kind of recommend that as being the best choice for those gardeners.